Hello friends, this is Jay Chandra. Today I'm going to explain the sixth experiment of database. So this is the sixth experiment. The sixth experiment consists of PLSQL functions and procedures. Okay, the first question was write a PLSQL procedure that accepts the product ID from the user. Check if the product is supplied by the supplier and display the status. So the product ID is from the user, and that thing we have to check from the suppliers if it is supplied or not. We have to check if that is supplied. We need to display the status. So the procedure goes like this: as create or replace a procedure. Uh, Procedure space procedure name, and n is a number you are declaring, and begin if exists, we need to write a query. Select product id from the supplier where product id equal to n. If that n is equal to that product id, we need to give that statement as dbms output dot put line as delivered. This is just like a print statement that is delivered, or else dbms dot output dot put line as not delivered. If it is wrong, it will show as not delivered. And if and then, and here we have to declare the variables as declare as num as number, and begin num has to be initialized as num at the rate num at ampersand num. And then, so here we can see the procedure. First, the procedure has been created first. So the procedure has been created is given, and the next thing was, after declaring the variables, it will ask for enter the value as a number, and it will take the number. If that is from the supplier, it will give as delivered, and if that product id does not match with the supplier, it will give as not delivered. And the second question was, write a procedure to calculate the total price of the product that has been supplied and pass the supplier id as an argument. So the second question, it gives that we need to pass the product id as an argument in this procedure, and we have to calculate the total price of the product. So the procedure will goes like this: as create or replace the procedure total price, we need to uh, give as argument for supplier in varchar, and price should be in number. And for begin we need to write a query like select sum. So we need to get all the prices, sum of all the prices. So we are giving a sum of o dot price into price from order quantity o, from the supply table. From the supply table we need to get and having sid equal to supplier. Those who are having the sid as supplier, we need to sum of all these order quantities and give the price as sum. So, and the output will be as dbms output line as price. The total price will be given in the output, and we need to declare the variables here also, like declare supplier varchar. Supplier is a varchar, and p as a number, and total price we need to give that id in argument, right? So we are giving the argument for argument total price as supplier comma p. And the third question was, write a procedure to raise the quantity which increase the quantity of an ordered product. It accepts the order id and the order quantity to be increased. It uses the order id to find the correct quantity from the order table and update the quantity. So we need to use the order id from the order table, and we need to update that quantity. So for that, I'm writing a procedure as create or replace procedure rise quantity. We need to update the quantity. So I'm giving as a rise quantity. I'm giving these arguments as id in number, and quantity in number, and quantity old as number. So the query goes like, in the begin we need to write a query. So select order quantity in quantity old from order quantity. So where order id equal to id, this order id should be equal to the id which we are giving in the argument, and also we need to update that. So we are giving the update statement as update order quantity, set order quantity equal to from the old order quantity plus the quantity which we are giving now, and where order id equal to, for the only where order id equal to id only, we need to update the value, right? So we are giving us where order ID equal to ID, and update order set order quantity, set order quantity equal to quantity old. So the old order quantity plus the new order quantity. So here also the ID is in number, quantity is in number, Q is in number, and we are giving arguments as ID, quantity, and Q. So here in the output also, after execution, the procedure is created here, and here it will ask for the ID number, ID equal to 101 I have given. So it will check for the old one and new one and update the result. And the fourth question was, write a PLSQL function status to return value supplied if the product number passed to it is available in the supplier table, else will return not supplied. So we'll check for the status. If it is correct, it will show as in the supplier table, if it will check, and if it is correct, if it is there, it will show as supplied, or else it will show as not supplied. And for this one, I'm writing procedure as create or replace procedure status. So we are taking three things: n for the number, and d1 in date, and d out for out date, in date and out date. So we are in need of status, right? So that is why we are taking in date and out date respectively. So the procedure, after creating the procedure, we need to write a query. The query should be written in a begin statement. After begin, so I'm writing begin select date into D from the supplier table, from supplier where product ID in. The subquery goes like select product ID from the supplier where product ID equal to n. For the n, for the product ID which is having n, we need to give that product ID. And if D is less than D1, then dbms output dot put line as supplied, or else we need to give as not supplied. The product number passed is available, so we need to check for the availability, right? So that is why I'm checking as if D is less than D1, then it is supplied, or else this is not supplied. So here also the variables declaration is as same as that as before. So the difference comes as for we are taking date one. So I'm taking sysdate indicates that the system date. So here in the output, first the procedure is created, and then after the declaration it will ask for the number. I'm giving as 4000. So if it is present, if D is less than D1, it will indicate that it is supplied, or else it is not supplied. So this 4000 is less than D1, so that condition is accepted. That is why I'm getting supplied as my output. And the fifth question was, write a PLSQL function to return the product name when the product ID is passed as an argument. So we need to return the product name when the product ID is. So if we given a product ID, we need to get a product name. That was the question. So I'm creating function here. So create or replace function space function name, ID in number. We are creating ID in as number. Return varchar. In the begin, we are writing query as select. We are returning varchar because we need to return a name over here. That is why we are returning varchar. And begin select distinct product description into p name. So product description into the p name from the product ID where product ID equal to the ID. So if ID and product ID matched, we need to get the name. For that we are writing a query, and the declaration is same as before. So we are getting, if it is correct, we are getting dbms output dot put line as the product ID is the name which we are getting for that respective product ID. So here we are giving, enter the value for B, we are giving 4000. So the product ID is table name. For the 4000s, the product ID is for the product ID 4000, we are getting the name as table name. And the last question was, write a PLSQL function to return the maximum quantity ordered by the customer. So we are getting as we need to return the maximum quantity that is ordered by the customers. So we are creating a function. So create or replace function maximum quantity, return. We need to return the number over here. The maximum quantity has to be returned. So that is in the number. So we are returning as a return number, and begin select maximum of order quantity into into a order quantity. So we need to get a maximum order quantity. That is why we are writing query as select maximum of order quantity from the table order quantity. So the declaration goes like dbms output dot put line as the maximum quantity is max of quantity. This gives like the maximum quantity will be the thing which has the maximum quantity will be coming over here. And after execution, the function is created first, and then after the declaration the maximum quantity of 20, the maximum quantity of the order is 20, that is returned. So this is returned by we are creating, we are returning the value as number. So that is why we are getting the maximum quantity ordered is 20. That's all for the sixth experiment. Thank you.